shift the tax burden from overtaxed homeowners in the outer boroughs to more expensive homes in richer and whiter neighborhoods. Explain why you are bringing race into your tax proposal.
All right, let's go to New York City, a place I spent my formative years. I lived in New York City from 99 to 2013. You know, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. It was a great time and a great part of life. I was struggling and had no money, and I was a struggling comic and was a bartender and a waiter and worked odd jobs and stood out in Times Square, handed out comedy tickets 2 hours a night, 6 hours a week. But I look back, it was the good old days. Well, I hate to tell you, New York, your future is bleak and dark and dim because, as you know, this guy Zohran, I just don't even care to know his name, Mamdani, he won the Democratic primary last week against a really pathetic group of people. And man, does Andrew Cuomo regret killing all those old people because they vote in droves. Anyway, Mamdani is now the big star of the Democrat Party, and so he's making the rounds. He went on Meet the Press with Kristen Welker, and here he is saying that he doesn't like billionaires, he will fight ICE, and he'll tax white neighborhoods because that sounds constitutional and fair and good and stuff.
Do you think that billionaires have a right to exist?
I don't think that we should have billionaires.
Increase and enhance the number of ICE agents here. If that happens on your watch, how do you plan to handle it?
We have to stand up and fight back. We saw ICE agents arrest a migrant at Federal Plaza, and then we saw NYPD officers arresting a pastor who was peacefully observing that arrest. Those days are going to come to an end when I'm the mayor.
To shift the tax burden from overtaxed homeowners in the outer boroughs to more expensive homes in richer and whiter neighborhoods. Explain why you are bringing race into your tax proposal.
That is just a description of what we see right now. It's not driven by race. It's more of an assessment of what neighborhoods are being undertaxed versus overtaxed. We've seen time and again that this is a property tax system that is inequitable.
All right, let me try to be clear about this because we're obviously going to have to talk about this guy a bunch over the next couple months. He's bad and his ideas are bad. And he's a perfect confluence of combining sort of Islamism with leftism and putting it in a shiny package. And his mom is a Hollywood filmmaker, which is why they're able to put some films up of him that kind of have an interesting aesthetic, and they understand sound and light and visuals and all of those things. His ideas are the horrific time-tested ideas that America was founded to go against. So when you hear him, and we'll get into the government-run, groceries and all of those things. But when you hear him saying all of these things, and at some level, it's that thing with the progressives where it's always very thin and it's like the veneers kind of sounds right, and underneath is something very nasty. What you'll see is his affect is kind of nice. They like that he smiles and his beard is trimmed properly and all of those things. And then he'll have a way of wiggling out of everything, right? Fellas, let's be real. Everyone could use an extra hand. But with Blue Chew, you get an extra leg. They're the original service offering chewable tablets to help you with performance, and now they've taken it up a notch. Introducing Blue Chew Max, a powerhouse formula combining the active ingredients of Viagra and Cialis into one chewable tablet. This combo is so strong you might even have to move towns with the amount of noise you'll be making. That means fast-acting, long-lasting support when you need it most. Be ready when the moment's right. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with a licensed medical provider, and once approved, your prescription ships directly to your door discreetly and hassle-free. No waiting rooms, no awkward conversations, no pharmacy lines. And here's the best part. We've got a special deal just for you. Try your first month of Blue Chew free when you use promo code Rubin. Just pay $5 shipping. So if you've been looking to step up your game, head on over to BlueChew.com and use promo code Rubin to get started. More confidence, better moments, delivered straight to you. For more details and important safety information, visit BlueChew.com. The idea that you would bring race, that you would be looking at a neighborhood and being like, they should be taxed more, white people live there. And then she asks him about it, and he knows it's a completely ridiculous thing to say, and it's counter to the Constitution, and it's counter to American ideals and everything else. Oh, it was just a descriptor, basically. It was just a descriptor. And who the hell do you think you are that you get to decide how much of someone else's money you're allowed to steal? But New York City has been on this path for a long time. The Democrats, the old school Democrats, are done. The radicals are here. The inmates are running the asylum. And this guy represents the thing. We thought we defeated woke, right? But what did I always say about woke? Once it's in the system, it destroys the system completely. And that's why I always liken it to the Alien, right? From Alien movies. Like, it was going to get in, and whether you and it's going to destroy everything, and it's going to kill everybody on the ship, and it's going to burst out of Sigourney Weaver's stomach, and we got a real problem. But you've got to respect what it does, right? You don't have to like that it killed everybody and burst out of her stomach. You probably didn't like that. Cool scene, but not great if you're Sigourney Weaver. But you have to acknowledge that it was able to do all of those things. And what they've done is we sort of defeated woke in many ways, but now they've brought woke back in the package in this strange green-red alliance between the Islamists and the progressives and whatever. So I don't think we should have billionaires. Okay. You want to kill them? What should we do with them? Should people just break into their houses and steal all their I don't think we should have them, as he smiles. Okay, well, why should we have millionaires? Millionaires have a lot of money. So it's this amorphous thing. It's like what they do with minimum wage, right? Like, we should have a $25 minimum wage. Well, why not 50? Like, if it's someone else's money anyway, I mean, come on, be a little more generous. They should fight back against ICE. Well, I look forward to that fight. And again, congratulations if you live in New York City and then they stop kicking people out. Like, good luck with all of that.
What is Sharia law? Yes. I'm denouncing them. I'm asking you. I am running. I know, but I'm like, that's the point. If you're going to run for mayor, you have to denounce it. You denounce that.
What is Sharia law? I come from a political tradition Donald Trump describes as the enemy within. We came here to remake this state in the image of our people.
Sharia law.
What is Sharia law? Yes.
I'm denouncing them. I'm asking you.
I am running.
I know, but I'm like, that's the point. If you're going to run for mayor, you have to denounce it. You denounce that.
What is Sharia law? Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Thank you so much, brothers and sisters. Eid Mubarak.
As Jerry said to George, good luck with all that. Like, he is a radical. You might want to look into something called taqiyya, which is a Muslim tradition where they're allowed to lie to the infidel, basically, to attain power, which is definitely what he is doing here. He will not admit what his true positions are. Of course he'll be for Sharia law. Of course. This guy gets in as New York City mayor. You think you're going to hear more or less Muslim call to prayers 5 times a day in New York City? It's going to take over the entire city. Congratulations. Good luck. Good luck.